So now we're going to continue on with the rest of the trees above the house. So I'm just going to go ahead and start putting in the branches of the tallest tree right above the peak of the roof. Now, any solid branches, you don't need to scribble those in. You can just do a dark, firm line through for a branch that is solid through the leaves. I'm going to try to freehand this, but I don't like the uneven line, so I'm going to bring in a ruler. I want this to be a pretty crisp, smooth line. I'm going to outline my chimney. I'm outlining anything that is going to come in contact with my background trees and branches, just so I get that firm line of what to avoid. And then I'm going to go through and anything that's going to stay white, again, I'm going to do a nice hollowed out area that I'm going to leave the white of the page. There are a lot of areas over here where you can see through the trees and there's large areas of the sky visible. So don't just cover this whole area. Look at your photo reference and make sure you can see that white of the page through areas of these branches. And again, take a look at your photo reference. Make sure you're not just covering an area where you can see a lot of sky with scribble. And then some of those areas that I've left the white of the page of the tree trunks, I'm going through it in a couple different areas so there it looks like there's leaves overlapping. Now I'm just going back and I'm kind of darkening up areas that need to be a little more in the shade to give us that core shadow and kind of that depth and texture of tree branches. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to do the trunks that are white. I'm going to mark these now so when I'm doing all the texture in here, I'm not forgetting about it and just covering an area because there's no going back with pen. You got to make sure you know what you're leaving white so you can avoid it and kind of work around it. So I'm going from the photo reference somewhat. It's not exact, but I want you guys to make sure you're leaving the white of the page. And same thing, if there's a tree trunk, you can just color that in. This doesn't need to be a scribble, this can be just a line. So again, I'm filling in, avoiding my tree trunks that are going to stay the white of the page. Just working around them. So just go back, darken things up as you see fit, and we'll go back again and add some value. So this is the end of this video. Our next video we will continue on and get it as much as the background finished as we can. We'll get pretty close, and then we can move on and work on our house.